right? This might not be too bad. I think we've got this, potentially. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. We're playing an original Mardu Aristocrats deck today. As always, we're going to look at the deck list, talk about the strategy, get into our gameplay footage, and then come full circle with our closing thoughts. Today's video is brought to you by aetherhub.com. Check out the link in the description below to download MTGA Assistant, one of the greatest Magic the Gathering Arena trackers you could find. Our deck list starts out with 4 copies of Hunted Witness. This is a 1/1. Whenever Hunted Witness dies, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. We also have 4 copies of Grim Initiate, a similar card. This is a 1/1 with first strike. When Grim Initiate dies, amass 1, which means you create a 1/1 zombie creature token. Moving on to our 2-drops, we have 4 copies of Priest of the Forgotten Gods. This is a 1/2 who you can tap to sacrifice 2 other creatures. Any number of target players each lose 2 life and sacrifice 1 creature. You add 2 mana and draw 1 card. So there's a lot going on there to process. Sacrificing 2 creatures normally is not a good thing, but it really synergizes well within this deck. We also have 4 copies of Corpse Knight. This is a 2/2, and whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. We have 4 copies of Cruel Celebrant. This is a 1/2, and whenever Cruel Celebrant or another creature or planeswalker you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So that's a great way to sustain yourself while chipping down your opponent. Dreadhorde Butcher, a 1/1 with haste. Whenever Dreadhorde Butcher deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, put a 1/1 counter on him. When he dies, he will deal damage to target player or planeswalker equal to his power. So that's really, really cool. Oh, sorry, it's to any target, actually, not player or planeswalker. That's unique, but in this deck, we'll probably send it in home to the end zone, right onto our player's HPs. Onto our 3-drops, we have 4 copies of Midnight Reaper. This is a 3/2, and whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to you, and you draw a card. 2 copies of Judith the Scourge Diva. This is a 2/2. Other creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, Judith the Scourge Diva deals 1 damage to any target. I said another non-token, but it's her included, so if she dies, she'll trigger herself. We have 4 copies of Mothra or Luminous Broodmoth for 4. This is a 3/4 with flying. Whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return it to the battlefield with a flying counter on it. So this is like Nightmare Shepherd on steroids. It's coming right back with flying, so it's better than before, and it's not a 1/1. The only downside is flying creatures can't come back, but we can easily build around that, right? 2 copies of Outlaw's Mermot. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1 at random. Create a 3/1 red and white human warrior creature token with trample and haste. Create a 2/1 red and white human cleric creature token with lifelink and haste, or create a 1/2 red and white human rogue creature token with haste, and whenever this creature enters the battlefield, deal 1 damage to any target. We also have 2 copies of Offspring's Revenge for 5, an enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile target red, white, or black creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 1/1. It gains haste until your next turn. These spells are accompanied by 2 plains, 3 swamps, 3 mountains, 4 godless shrines, 4 sacred foundries, 4 Sabai triumphs, and 2 fabled passages. That's the deck. Let's recap on the strategy if you've not already picked up on it. It's a little bit of an aggro deck, but again, you don't want to be sacrificing any creatures until it's time, right? Until the appropriate things are in play. We do go wide off the start, or just try to ride the mana curve, if you will, right? Getting that 1 drop out, whether it's a Hunted Witness or a Grim Initiate. And then as far as 2-drops, we can go any way we want. Sometimes I like to prioritize Priest of the Forgotten Gods, right? Get the summoning sickness off of her as soon as possible, so then you can tap her on the next turn. Sacrifice a couple creatures to ramp up, right? Because we could play the Priest and then 2 creatures next turn, sacrifice them both to continue ramping if we want, or wait a turn. Whichever, right? Corpse Knight is great to get in really early because when creatures enter the battlefield, they're going to deal damage. I like to get in Cruel Celebrant before Shattered Sky, before Deafening Clarion, just so we're getting some value out of the deaths of our creatures. Dreadhorde Butcher, I really like as well, just because he's got haste and he can get in and just deal damage and start clicking up, which is actually really, really cool to do. Midnight Reaper, if I'm low on cards, I'll play him. If I have like 3 turns that I know I have playable, I won't worry about it because he's more expensive than the others, and I'd rather deal damage than just draw more cards that I can't play. But if you're low on cards, Midnight Reaper is your boy. Get him out there. Judith just increases your chip damage, so it's going to reping everything when it dies. And like I mentioned earlier, or I think I mentioned, you use Priest of the Forgotten Gods to sacrifice your Hunted Witness, Grim Initiate, Dreadhorde Butcher to get your Mothra in play early if you can. That's a really OP play, and that's definitely going to upset your opponent. And then you're just riding off of Mothra's value through your Corpse Knight and your Cruel Celebrant and your Judith, and just cycling, playing more creatures. Outlaw's Merman is making tokens that are going to trigger everything. And then your Offspring's Revenge, if he does end up dealing with stuff, it's just going to bring it back into play, right? So it's just a total recursion deck based around small aggro creatures that deal huge value, like Corpse Knight, the Cruel Celebrant, Dreadhorde Butcher, Midnight Reaper, right? So it's really cool. If you have any questions about the strategy or tactics of this deck, be sure to hit me up in Discord. I'm happy to answer any of your inquiries. I'm live on Twitch every single day, 6 a.m. PST. I'd love your company. We also do daily uploads on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you're notified of our future uploads. And I really recommend you guys all join our Discord so you don't miss out on any of our community events. A few that come to mind are our monthly Brawl and Artisan tournaments, free entries with cash prizes, so definitely join and check those out. Thank you for watching. Now let's get into today's gameplay footage. So, I mean, it's not a great hand. It's also not a very bad hand. I think we'll keep it, right? It does have good curve out. We didn't hit our Grim, and we're waiting on our Scourge. So, that's something. Let's ride our curve up. Pay the life. We'll gain it back later, maybe. Midnight Reaper can always be kind of like a double-edged sword, right? Where it's a good idea. He's dealing 2 damage to all his creatures that enter the battlefield. Let's get our priest out there. She's very high priority, to be honest. We can make him sacrifice his raptor this way. Or his something, right? Especially if we can pull, Nice. I don't know. I did not have this kind of luck yesterday, right? Again, not an ideal hand, and we got kind of gifted last turn, so definitely will get burned here, right? Grim Initiate out when he dies, amass 1, and he has first strike, so you can have tokens come out with, or he can come out with first strike, or the token can come out with lifelink. So those are your options. I don't think he's playing any creatures is the thing, so we should play the higher attacker, and they're both 1, so literally does not matter. Priest is really nice to get out early, but then again, so is this Midnight Reaper. Ow! We need to dodge Deafening Clarion here. Okay. He's gonna bounce our Reaper. Whatever. Really? Get that in play. And we'll play our Celebrant in case he wipes the field. Teferi dies, and we take 3 into the hen house. Right? That shouldn't be so bad. Another T-top. Pretty dog. Okay, we're tossing the Reaper now. I guess we're passaging into a plains when we have a plains available. Let's take a mountain though, right? Because our Triumph can act as a plains, and that way this is a unique play later. And I think this is cool right now, just because he can wipe our field whenever he wants. So at least with Mermint, we have renewable value, right? It's what these new taxes are for. Renewable value engines. Drawn from Dreams. This guy's going in. Is he just looking for his fires? Yeah, I can't find it. Isn't that sad? Get weird about it, right? I guess they do replace themselves with the Reapers, so it's like, whatever, let's do it. Wipe me, boy. And it's gonna deal a bunch of damage to him with Cruel Celebrant, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage with Celebrant. We get 2 tokens, right? So that'll be great. And we can also draw a ton of cards here. So this isn't bad for us. This is like actually ideal. Not even worried, bro. So it's about securing yourself to not lose advantage or value when those things do happen, because you know people are packing Shadow the Sky. You know they're packing Death and Clarions, right? It's not even funny. Good game, right? Easy peasy. So, I guess we were blessed 2 games in a row. This hand doesn't look as hot, but it still looks like it might pack a bit of a punch. Ruda is just something else, right, you guys? I think this could be, like, people are using it in Bance right now and they're ramping into it really aggressively. But I feel that maybe it just belongs in an Esper Blink deck, right? So I want to flirt with that in the following weeks here. Let's just get our Butcher clicking up. That's going to be ideal. And then I say let's even just play into our Judith. Then we can drop 2 priests on turn 4. Alright. Kills our Judith. That's a respectable play. It keeps our Butcher alive. For a little bit, anyways. Hopefully we pick up a land. We do. Alright. So, we're in trouble. We know this. It's not looking good, right? I mean, sure, having the Butcher to 4 is a pleasant feeling, but we're talking petty theft. Even just Gruda can win the game with agents, and he can have the Butcher at 4. You know what I mean? So, doesn't feel good. Or he's like, I gotta kill it. Or he doesn't kill it, just removes the tokens from it, right? Interesting. I would have just tried to take it. right? Because he can play a Gruda with his Gruda. Oh, he just goes in with his Forerunners. Ow! Got Vigilance, too. Ouch. Well, we have no instant removal, and also not much to protect from Trample. Yeah, we could do something here about it, right? Right, let's kill these two dudes. Let's send that up top. He has to sack a creature. We get to draw, which is fine. But we now also really want to deal with this immediately. So let's do this too. Right, let's get rid of the Forerunners. And we'll kill these two bays. He takes more damage for all this as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah. That's going to spread the difference. I don't want to pay life for much, but I do want to spread our value to get the enchantment in play. Yeah, let's take the Anthem, right? 3 in a row. Offspring's Revenge is pretty cool for bringing the Judith back, because even it's a 1/1, it's a nice Anthem effect, right? Mulliganing this hand, land's fine, but I just feel like I don't want to rely on the third land drop. But, alas, we will. We've had great luck taking hands with 2 lands today. I think like 4 wins in a row. I don't even want to talk about it, right? Every win we get is just like so much more statistically relevant that we're going to lose the next match, and it's just, oh, it makes me sad. Let's get our Corpse Knight out first, because he does have Summoning Sickness, and we'll get to do an additional damage. So it's like we're getting, ooh, goodbye Butcher. That's a bummer. He might also take the Priest, though. Butcher sounds like the appropriate pick if he doesn't want to get smashed out too hard. But the Priest is just been so relevant in the meta, yeah. Right? Oh, no! Should we throw it right in his face? We won't. We won't. Let's get that attack in. Alright. We've got a nice field. If we could get a Cruel Celebrant in play, now we're cooking. Or a third land for Midnight Reaper. This I would appreciate. We kind of got it. Hopefully we don't get wiped this next turn. That would be sad. Ooh. So maybe no Shatter the Sky, or I don't think he would have done that removal. But I bet he does have a Dream Trawler. So he won't let me have 2 creatures on the field. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, tap land. I like it. General's Enforcer. Interesting. Let's get our draw engine out. I almost want to do it. Let's chill. We can do it instant speed, but then the mana we can't spend, which we wouldn't have had anything to cast it on anyways, so, I mean, why do it if we can't capitalize off it, right? Let's see what he's got going on first. If he targets our guys and he's going to deal with them anyways, then maybe we might do it, because then he's going to have to sacrifice his creature. We've got the rope up, which is not ever really that bad of a sign, right? He's thinking about things. 2 in his graveyard, which is nothing. We've got 2 in our graveyard, which is also not much. Kudro is, like, kudos for you, as you pulled Kudro. Right, he's going to exile our Butcher. Let's see where it gets us, though. We do have Judith, which is pretty hot, right? And Cruel Celebrant. I really like that. We're not casting anything with 1, though. So let's keep it a surprise, yes? If he blocks, his creatures die. Right? And we deal 1 damage to him. And then we gain 2 cards in our draw, which is pretty groovy, right? General Enforcer will not survive because Judith does ping damage. 1 goes to the Enforcer, the other goes to our person. Does this guy have Indestructible somehow? I guess not. So 2 Dreadhorde Butchers is a pretty hot draw, right? Especially if we can pick up an untapped land somehow. Normally scared of the Dream Trawler, but... Okay, Ashok's good. The 2/3's not bad, right? The token. I wish we could get more land. We can kill it and deal 4 damage to him. Let's get our Cruel Celebrant out. And then we could kill him. No, next turn we'll do it. Let's just wait, and then we can kill him next turn, right? He would have been dead if we played our Corpse Knight earlier. We don't necessarily need to play the Butcher. It's too high mana cost. Even though we have 3 and are leaving 1 untapped. I know that does make sense, but it's better to try to stack these small creatures in this particular moment, I believe. And just force him to do these weird exiles, right? He's going to lose life here because he doesn't control human. So he's going to lose 2 life, and we could deal 4. So that would be 6. And then we hit him with a Butcher. I don't know. It's not our turn, so we can't cast a card. Let's just let him take the damage, right? We have a replacement for it. He pays for that! Okay, gives him lifelink. Gives him lifelink. Nice. Oh my god. He's gonna have... He has to tap, and then only has one blocker. We really need to pull an untapped land. Soren swoops in for the save, you guys. Wow. So he can gain a life with Soren, or bring something back from the graveyard. He's gonna bring Kudrow back. No, he only did for 2. Didn't he need to do it for 3? I think Soren only comes in with 4, I thought. I think he whiffed. That feels really bad. He thought he could take his Dire Tactics or something. He gets 2 land as well. Ouch, that feels bad. No land. We'll never beat Soren and Ashiok. He's got us. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. That's a nice little save he slid in there. And he's rocking Hard Exile as well. So pretty cool, cool get, right? Yeah, this is not good. He could also make more tokens with his General Enforcer. He get -3 on his Soren to take his General back like he should have last turn. Again, he takes our land. It's as bad as Robber of the Rich, you guys. Ouch. It hurts. And he just gets more life gain every turn with Soren. It's unwinnable. It could have been if we had the land to flood and go, but we just have been bottlenecked the whole time. He doesn't have lifelink right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we have Soren dead. But now we're dead. It's a big risk. Oh, hits us with an instant speed Dire Tactics. Nice. Ouch. Just hang our head, guys. Feels pretty bad. Why you do this? Takes more lands. We only deal 1 damage. Oh no. It's not good. You know, like even if we play a Scourge Diva, like just GG's, he's gonna take it on us. We lost our Zombie Knight, we lost our Cruel Celebrant, so all of our... Actually, no, Corpse Knight's still here. But nonetheless, it's just not gonna be enough. Right, especially with all this additional life gain now on the board. Ooh, wee! We'll let him get the kill, though. He's an Esper player. He never gets to get the kill, so let him have it. Esper humans, really? 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 Interesting, right? That's pretty cool. It's not something we typically see. Let's see if we can pull a land just for fun. Of course we can't pull our 4th land. Alright, so our draw hand doesn't look too bad, right? I mean, we're playing slow, but there's a lot of slow drops here. It is what it is. So, you'll notice that my voice is not syncing up with the video. Mic was muted. We do it sometimes on accident, right? So you get to handle the voiceover. I really like this match though, so we're gonna recap it. I'm playing slow. We're against mono red, so I don't want to deal too much damage to myself, but Corpse Knight is a form of gaining life, so it's almost a priority to get that out, right? So even though we paid 2 life, we get shocked, right? We were kind of thinking it might be a Bone Crusher Giant, but he just goes straight at it. So we get burned. Not only do we pay 2 life, but we lose a creature. So down to 16, things are not looking good. Corpse Knight, please and thank you. Would have been cool to have 2, but any damage that we can do to our opponent is good. And hopefully we can get a Cruel Celebrant in play soon and gain some of that life back. Land in play. Okay, we don't even use the Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Let's skip right past that because we're focused on getting the Corpse Knight out. So let's just go right into our Mothra organically. Right, dealing another damage here. That's awesome. No attacks, just playing defensively. Hopefully there's no Annex on the play. He does have a Steamkin. Right, Fervent Champion's pretty good. And we get another slow lands. We might cycle that, right? There's no need to play it. Dealing 2 more chip damage here. 2 priests in play. And we now debate whether we attack with our Mothra. He's at 16. Do we try to push him? We have chump blockers, right? They all come back as well. So we don't really lose any attack power. And then they come back as flyers, which he can't block. So we decide to go for it. And then maybe we can race him to 0. Basically just dreading Annex. Dreading an Embercleave. Right? Oh no. It's definitely an Embercleave, we think. So, we can kill some stuff here if we want. It all comes back as well, so there's not really too much of a downside to it. Right? The Priest can block the Scorch Spitters, but we decide that the Priest needs to block the Fervent Champion, and then the Hunted Witness needs to block the Scorch Spitter. And yeah, I think this is at the point where our opponent's just like kind of getting fed up with us, and he's had it. He realizes it's not going to work because Mothra is just going to wreck him with the flyers. This is a very weird hand. How often do you pull 3 Triomes? We're playing slow and like a little bit lagged out, right? But is it the worst case scenario? He doesn't have any colored land either. And we are making the most out of it. Corpse Knight in play. Get that first damage in. So this is the Cruel Orphan Guard. Yes. Paying life for fires. Now all as well. Plays with Shifting Ceratops. Alright. No attacks. Trample is going to be our trouble here. We're going to have to sacrifice it with Priest if we can get going. Oh, no, he's got 2 creatures, of course. He's got Cavalier Flames here as well. And then Vivian lets him play from the top. But that's his second spell. It's not good, right? It's got reach as well, so it can stop our Mothra. Let's go Grim into our Scourge Diva. Right? That way we can do ping damage. Cavalier of Thorns has reach as well, so a bummer. This is brutal. He has Embercleave. He has Thorn, Cavalier of Fire. Cavalier of Flames. So it's not good. This is very grim.
Every day is a new mutation.
He's got us covered for sure. This is weird. I don't think we do anywhere near enough damage to his creatures, and he just makes more of them. And they all have vigilance. We lost 2 creatures only. Let's get rid of the Orphan Guard. So we are cycling our deck appropriate, but this Gruul deck is very powerful. Right? Especially since he's got reach on everything. Man, that's annoying. Corpse Knights might help us survive here. Right? This might not be too bad. I think we've got this, potentially. If we all attacked, he would have to block and kill our guys, and that's good game, right? Oh, that was gooder. Land's not great, but it is there. I don't mind stalling in turn. Let's get our swamp in play right away. Always sacrificing our Fable Passage on our opponent's end step, so he's got the least amount of information possible. He's all out of choices for his turn, so we can do it. Oh, of course we do. It's always how it happens. Let's pretend we're Rakdos Sacrifice. Ah? Right? Kind of throw him off a little bit. He's like, wow, that priest is the best card in this deck. We better remove it. Oh, he is too, though. Oh, no. It sucks. We have to do it, though. Claim the Firstborn just thrashes us here, so hopefully we can avoid that. Alright, okay. We need this plains in play. We do need another form of a plane, so that would be fun. Right? No attacks, let's play defensively. And just try to chump block and draw. Right? Chump block and draw. Get a plains, play our Mothra. Ooh, that's not good. Should we cycle it right now or keep the secured planes and just go slow? It's a good thing we kept it. A couple more chump blockers, right? I'd like a Corpse Knight on the field so we can gain some life. We're about to give our opponent a pepperoni bath. That sounds like some Quentin Tarantino shit. Like, that's dark. I'm gonna give you a pepperoni bath, or like maybe a Godfather situation. Let's take it. Go for it, bud. Ramp your dude up. Actually, we should have blocked it. What was I thinking? Right? He can double sack. He could triple sack if he wants. Oh, that triggers it too? Shoot. This I did not realize. We maybe should have blocked it. That's a little heavier than I thought. It's gonna be 10. I didn't realize it clicked up the cat. Or like when the food goes. I thought it was just the cat maybe. And then he does the priest to win. Holy fuck, why didn't we chump block that? We could have easily chump blocked that. Hey everybody, thanks for watching again. I really appreciate your continued time, attention, and support in general. Make sure to join our Discord so you can kind of take advantage of the things I'm offering. We're live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. If you want to pass some time on quarantine, I'd love your company. Also, daily uploads on YouTube. Check that out as well. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help your boy, and hit the bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads. Again, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of my original Mardu Aristocrats deck down below in the comments. I think it's pretty cool, and I think it's actually relatively competitive. So I'm really looking forward to playing more with it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day. Make sure to enjoy some of the spring weather. And take care. We'll see you tomorrow.